Why, hello everyone! I'm gonna be completely honest. This video was supposed to be done in one simple afternoon. 2.5 weeks later, it's well, it's coming along. Let's just say it's been a rough day, few days, few weeks, maybe even a month or so in the Chaos household. And I just wanted to build. I just wanted to have a good time and enjoy the act of mining and crafting. Actually, I did neither of those. And enjoy the act of building. And also halfway through, I got a new microphone. So I'm going to be voicing or dubbing over the first half of this. And then I'll cut back to me actively talking and explaining things during the second half. Okay, you'll understand what I say. Go watch it. It'll be fun, I promise. Goodbye. We're gonna start off real simple. I picked this tiny island as the place to build. I don't know why, I think I just liked it. It gave a nice oceany, beachy vibe, which is kind of, I mean, it's not what we went for, but it was the shader pack. Speaking of the shader pack, might as well show that off. Oshio shaders, along with a few texture pack things, they don't really come into play. I don't think I used anything besides like the rainbow bar. Actually, no, didn't use any of it. And so I started off with just very simple. I'm going to map out shapes that I want using one of the ugliest blocks I can imagine. Honestly, it's not that bad of a shape. I don't know what I was going for, but I do really like how it turned out. And I think this was kind of the idea that we were going to frame everything with inside this. I was thinking maybe a bridge, maybe a castle, and then I really liked the idea of a castle. I completely cut the bridge idea. It wasn't necessary. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Every time I do a creative build, I like to learn something. So today we're learning world edit, and apparently that means we're building with wool blocks. I don't really know why. That's just how I've always seen world edit be used, so that's just how I'm using it. We're trying to build floating islands. And I was thinking castle. I don't like normal castles. I especially don't like normal Minecraft castles. How do we combat this? We make a wizard castle. What does a wizard castle need? Floating islands. Obviously. There's no other thing. So yeah, I was really struggling with world edit. I think eventually I started figuring it out, but it was just to build one island, copy paste it, rotate it, move it around. I don't know why I did this all at this point in time. I definitely should have waited until I built one island with texture. Oh, and here I was showing off the forest fire was definitely not my fault. Don't worry about it. And then I actually liked the red of the structure, so I switched it to red nether blocks. I just didn't like the veins of the wood, okay? Now we finally got around to outlining the building with orange wool. Again, I was really trying to do that world edit wool aesthetic. I wanted a shape. I wanted a shape and I wanted diagonals to fill out that shape because I am me. The idea, again, was loosely castle, but it was meant to be like open air castle with walkthrough plans, you know? The main thing they look for in castle is fake walkability. Clearly, you gotta trick your enemies. And also at some point, I went, oh, we don't really need a back, so it kind of didn't super outline it, doesn't matter. And I also textured the island, and apparently I forgot to record it, also doesn't super matter. You can also see I added a pond down there with terracotta, and I also forgot to record this next bit, but I decided the walls would be quartz. Okay, let's go back to normal me talking, alright? Thanks. And I've completely forgotten where I was leaving off because much time has passed since working on this, and I think it's coming along. I'm liking the feeling. I definitely feel like I need to move that island, but I see the vision. I see what I'm going for. Something is missing up here, but we'll figure that out later because the roof is a bit of a mess, but this idea, we can work with that. Did I show off this pond? I like this pond. I want to put a custom tree somewhere. Maybe replace that tree with a nice custom one. But for now, we're just smooth quartzing this. I could, in theory, world edit or command, but it's been too long doing it by hand. I'm not really sure how much space I want to give, the inside. Also, I realize these windows are not... We don't need a window here. It's fine. Do I want to make an interior for this place, or do I just want to, do that honey block thing that I do and pretend that doesn't take up the entire inside? How to do it? You got glass. You got honey, which looks extremely weird with my shader pack, but whatever. And then you get a fog light, or any really light block source. And then you realize this just won't work with your shader pack. Okay. How's this feel? How's this feel? It feels a little short, but if we just walk away, I like it from here. I like it from here. And I'm thinking what I'm missing. Instead of putting something here, we put a roof there. Because obviously that's the answer, and I don't know why I've been complaining about it so much. All right, I waited until night to show off this next part because I was working on the windows, and I just, okay, so it looks like I did the honey and glass thing, right? But if I turn my head, yeah, apparently, that's just what this shader pack does with tinted glass behind glass. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, whoops. I was trying to make some sort of way to, like, not have it be like window through a window because I don't love that look, you know? It looks like it's not there. And how is I gonna fix it? Oh, it's like, oh, just add darkness to the middle of it, but I can't do that now, apparently. So I need like a semi-transparent block that isn't glass. Okay, how does that look? Now, how does that look? That, I mean, other than the fact that it's clearly floating, so I'm gonna need to put some stuff around it. But I like the thought. I like the thought. It's just, in need of some love. I'm thinking on how to make this better, and I've done a little bit of chisel blocks, I've done a little bit of pillar, but I think what I really need is depth, and like it will give the illusion of an arch if I just make it bigger on top. And now, I'm not certain I love it. This is not my favorite. I would love to use pale oak. Unfortunately, I'm not on a version that has pale oak. I really need to start updating my creative worlds, but I'm just too lazy about it. I'm just too lazy about it. I'm a fool who uses that like multi-launcher thing. So like every time I want to update a world, I literally have to move files of instances, and it's just a pain in the butt. But like, pale oak would look so much better there, but it's fine because we're using birch over here as a floor. We can tie it together somehow. Do we want to use birch here? That might actually help. That might be useful. Let's see, in comparison, we're gonna fly up and ignore the rain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that a lot more. It just works. We're gonna tie the colors in. Yes, we don't have pale oak, but I mean, we could pull out some sandstone and endstone and call it a day. As much as people would hate it, it is possible. Okay, maybe the world hates that idea. Fine. I'll save my crazy endstone contraptions for another day. Now, do I remember how to do this? See, I put these here. And now I want to replace them. So like, let's just get rid of this. Wait a minute. I made them out of wool. You can just set things on fire here. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Let's just remove a few things from existence, okay? Now let's see. Can I paste this in without breaking everything? I mean, it's not that bad. I definitely need to keep in mind I need to move more to the left, but... Oh wait, it's gonna be perfectly symmetrical because I didn't rotate it. Shoot, is there an undo button? There is! I'm so smart. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I let another day pass. That was not the tree I wanted to grow. And I now need to get this done, like immediately. Like immediately, like that this should be rendering right now immediately. So you know, I did like, where is it? I attempted a custom tree. I was using a reference. I don't love it. It looks flat. And then I put some whatever nonsense fence post on that tree. It was just vanilla ground, thinking, oh, maybe I can make it look semi-custom. I don't think I'm built for custom trees. I think I just need to make mangroves grow and call it a day. Like, not even the mangroves are working for me right now. Okay, we gotta trim these vines, and then we gotta add a few leaves to the side because this is not working. Should I try again for a mangrove on this back island? If it turns out cute, I think it's worth it. But the problem is, I have a feeling it won't turn out cute. But I could try. And it didn't turn out cute. What is with my inability to have mangrove? Come on. Does this one look better? I think this one looks better. The legs, they're looking a little spindly. I don't know how much I can really fix that, because that's just the way these kind of things are. Maybe if we add more legs. Hear me out. We add more. Will that ever go wrong? No. No, I don't think so. Oh, seems perfectly reasonable for a tree to have this many legs. Yeah. Yeah, that helps it. Maybe I should dangle it off the edge a little bit. That'll be the most helpful. Honestly, I don't hate it. Honestly, could be worse. Now, the final tree, the one I actually forgot about until I turned around 2 seconds ago. That one. That little yellow piece of foam is the last thing stopping us from saying, yeah, that's good enough, I can call it done. Now, we can do a lot. We can make this tall, we can make this short, we can make this many things. I think we should make it out of mud. I don't know. Mud's just calling. I also feel like maybe we should cover up this hole in the ground, just as like a train of thought, small health risk. You know, should we do something with the grounds? We did a little bit over here. I wouldn't mind extending this, just like a cute little maybe path, an implied path, a cobblestone path. There we go. Okay. 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 Yeah? How does that look? How does that look? Honestly, it looks better. It's not the greatest, but it looks better. Add some short grass every here and there, specifically in the corners. You know, lawnmowers don't love my diagonal walls, and that's fair. I respect that. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but I respect that. Okay, back to this tree. We can do it. We can finish this. How's that look? How's that feel? I don't dislike it, but I don't like it. But I don't dislike it. And maybe that was the point all along. Yeah, there we go. I think that counts as a tree. Is it a good tree? No. But it's a tree. As are all the other trees. So, do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? I don't think this is one of my best works, but to be completely honest, I don't think anything I do is my best work. I'm still figuring myself out. And taking times like this to just build without expectation of greatness, yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like the feeling that we're going with here. I like the diagonal. I've missed doing it. I like the little pond with the terracotta. I've missed using that block. And I like the idea of just framing what I'm doing in a way that doesn't always make sense. But maybe, just maybe, if you think about it the right way, it's good enough. So that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week. You know, sometimes I have ideas and they're not all winners, but definitely going forward, I have some better build ideas. I have some better plans and more direction than just like, I'll feel it out. But hey, we gotta fail to learn. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.